Everyone, hello and welcome in following Minnesota's Week 4 loss at home to the Cleveland Browns by the final of 14-7. Before we begin talking about today's debauchery, I do want to address two things. Number one, don't forget to leave a comment on today's video to potentially be featured in tomorrow's video, the day after Cleveland. That'll go up sometime tomorrow afternoon, early evening-ish. Leave a comment on today's video. Ask me a question. Let me know how you're feeling. I always love answering questions. I kind of give those priority nowadays. Let me know how you're feeling about the game, how you feel about the team, rest of season outlook, what's your thoughts about going into this week, what changes need to be made. Be constructive, keep them short, concise, a couple of sentences, because remember, the screen caps can only be so big. So if you write a novel, I'll still read it, but odds are you'll put yourself out of the running to be featured in our group collaborative project known as The Day After. So join me tomorrow for The Day After Cleveland. Leave a comment below to potentially be featured, and we'll see you in that video tomorrow. But for the rest of this video, first off, I need to address the fact that my voice is basically shot, which is why I haven't been uploading these past few days. So bear with me. It's going to be a little bit of a struggle to get through this today and tomorrow, but I want to get these videos out and get back to a regular uploading schedule. So today's game, pretty ugly as sin. Outside of the first drive that was obviously scripted, that resulted in the Justin Jefferson touchdown, not much really to be happy about. I know some people are going to point to the defense, be like, well, we held Cleveland to 14 points and they really struggled. My answer to that is that I think that the best player on defense today for the Vikings was Baker Mayfield. I think he had such an abhorrent game. He left so many points out there on the board. If he connects to Odell Beckham a couple of times, this game is probably 28-7. So I don't think we can give that much credit to the defense. I think the Browns probably shot themselves in the foot more often than not, and they're probably flying back home to Cleveland wondering how they can clean themselves up on offense, because I think if they play better on offense, they're definitely going to they definitely would have demolished us by a way worse score than it was today. So I think we need to feel good that it was only a one-score game, but we didn't really have anything to do with that. Having said that, I already see the excuses flowing around Vikings internet, right? This revisionist history that doesn't mean anything. I keep seeing, even the coaching staff keeps saying, Mike Zimmer especially in today's press conference, and he said it on KFan after the game, that they still believe that this team can be good. There's a chance this team can be good. If a couple things went different, we'd be potentially undefeated or 3-1 at best. We need to sit down and have an adult conversation about the reality that we face as as fans of a team that is currently 1-3 and clearly is not capable of getting the job done. So we have faced the Bengals, who won today. We faced the Cardinals, who won today in pretty convincing fashion against the Los Angeles Rams. We faced the Seahawks, who won today. They're 2-2 now. And we faced the Browns, who beat us today to move on to continue their winning ways. So everyone we've played so far this season, as of this moment, has a winning record or a non-losing record. And we are the ones with the losing record because we can't figure out how to win games. And that doesn't make us a good football team, because good football teams find ways to win games. Every game so far for us is a one-score loss. If we can't figure out how to win by one score, what is the point? So there's a lot of problems with this team in this game, obviously. A lot of that got sugar-coated and glossed over the following, the week after Seattle, because we were on the highest of highs after that performance, because it was probably the best game that we've ever seen from Kirk Cousins, and I'm not here to shit on him. This is a group loss. This is a group effort where everybody sucked. Outside of that one drive. Is there probably some plays you could point to where some people did good? Yeah, sure, you could do that every game, but as far as the entirety of the game goes, the Vikings pooped themselves in a pretty gnarly way. So it's once again, it looks like a team that's not prepared. It's a team that is facing an identity crisis, because as soon as we saw Alexander Madison getting stuffed, on the run, I think we all kind of saw the writing on the wall that this was not going to be winnable, because when your offensive line and your offense can't gain more than 2.8 yards per carry, and you're facing pressure from the defensive line on 1 or 2 seconds of the ball being snapped, the defensive line is in the quarterback's face, you're not going to have a good day. And we didn't have a good day. And here we are once again with the same problems. It's a broken record, right? We spent this offseason just putting band-aids all over the defense. We just kind of expected the offensive line to get better with more new parts. I understand, Christian Darrisaw hasn't played yet, but would he have been really all that much better against, Myles Garrett? In this situation, no, I don't think that you could have played him because he's so far behind in getting ready for the season because of how much time he's missed. And it's just like deja vu. We're 1-3 again. Last year, I think we started 0-4. I understand people keep saying that there's still plenty of time left because there's the extra game and then there's the extra playoff spot. But why are we still talking about that? Because this offensive line, when it goes up against a legitimate defense, the Browns have a legitimate defense, cannot be trusted to get the job done. They just can't. Garrett Bradbury's option on his rookie contract is not going to get picked up. He is going to get released. Rashad Hill is a career backup, and he shouldn't be in there. And even if he wasn't, we'd have a rookie in there who, and God knows how he would do, against a legitimate front seven that the Browns have, and Myles Garrett especially. If we somehow sneak into the playoffs, think about what waits you there. I mean, the Rams are clearly going to the playoffs. They got hit in the mouth today, but they're going to get back up. The Rams have Aaron fucking Darnold. How do we expect to stop that with Garrett Bradbury and Ezra Cleveland and Udo and, whoever happens to be left tackle at that time? Hope to God it's Christian Darrisaw. You expect to go to the playoffs and beat Aaron Donald? I don't think so. This team is not good. All of the people saying that, there were a couple of bounces away, a couple of different things go our way. It's just is cope. It's pure coping mechanism. We need to address the situation as we see it, and I believe a 1-3 football team is not good. So that's kind of where I stand right now. We're in the same company as the New York Jets, the New York Giants, the Atlanta Falcons, teams that are going to have top 5 picks in the 2022 NFL draft. That's currently what we are looking at if this trend continues. And I said this last year when this team was, 1-5 to start the season. Stick a fork in them. They're done. There's no way. There's no point in clawing back from it. At 1-3, maybe that's being a little too, glass half empty. Maybe it's too early to start calling for, looking ahead to next season. But I just don't see it. When you go up, the Cleveland Browns are a playoff team. The Cardinals are a playoff team. Did we go toe to toe with these guys? Yeah, but we didn't win. And if we go toe to toe with a playoff team in the playoffs, why are we expecting different results? I don't understand that. To me, that is, it's just pure insanity. We just keep looking at this team and expecting things to change. And the only way things are going to change is if we actually witness change. And I'm talking new head coach, new quarterback, new offensive philosophies, new defensive philosophies, new players across the board. We have to go through a transition period in order to get better. And I know Vikings fans don't want to hear that because they're so, scarred and traumatized by the days of Christian Ponder and, teams run by Leslie Frazier and Mike Tice. But I got to be honest with you. There is no point continuing down this path where every day is you just hope that they come out with a win instead of feeling confident going into a game. Now, I think most people felt confident going into today's game because of how we played against the Seahawks. But I think the Seahawks are a bad team, too. They just got away with one today against San Francisco. I mean, Deebo Samuel lit up that secondary for, I think, 165 yards in the air. And, San Francisco 49ers don't have the world's greatest quarterback. They don't have a Kirk Cousins. And, we were able to do that just the same. So I don't know. I don't know. That's basically my gut knee-jerk reaction. I just kind of laid it all out there. No cuts, no takes. It's just my honest opinion, following today's loss. And it's a heartbreaker. So I don't know. The schedule gets harder from here on out. We have the Detroit Lions at home next. And then we go on the road to play the Panthers, who are really good. Sam Darnold lit up the scoreboard today. He lit up the stat sheet. He seems to be doing very well, having escaped from Adam Gase. And then the bye week hits, and then we hit a murder's row of a schedule, man. So I don't know. I don't know how the rest of the season is going to go. I think Mike Zimmer's seat is going to get very hot very quickly. Next week we play the Lions, as I mentioned, and I still believe that Dan Campbell and that team is hungry for their first W. And it would not surprise me if we play down to our competition next week at home and the Lions steal one from us and we are the laughing stock of the NFL for at least the next 7 days after that. So So, stick around, subscribe, join the conversation, leave a comment down below. We will talk more about this as we sort of sit back, relax, and figure out what's going on over the next few days. So leave a comment to potentially be featured in tomorrow's The Day After Cleveland video. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.